This is Doug Green, and I'm the publisher of Telecom Reseller. And today we have Michael Abenheim, who's the Senior Vice President of America's Sales at Dubber. Michael, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me, Doug.
So, I'm really glad we're able to get together. We're going to be talking about how to turn every conversation into an infinite source of revenue. Very timely topic as we look at the top of the year. I bet a lot of our readers and listeners are thinking about their portfolios, thinking about how to grow their businesses in the coming of the year, and especially in these times, how to get maybe more out of existing assets. So we're going to be diving into this topic in just a second. But Michael, what is Dubber?
Sure. Dubber is a cloud-based software company in the call recording space, and we are a software as a service that enables voice conversations to be extrapolated into intelligence for our customers.
So, Michael, with that, there's definitely more pressure than ever to unlock the potential from the network. So, what does that mean for us in the coming year?
Well, there absolutely is. You're right. We're in discussions every day with service providers who have struggled for some time to find some strategic differentiation that not only sets them apart from their competitors, but also opens up additional value for their customers, ensuring retention and an additional revenue stream, of course.
So, let's talk a little bit more about that. What has changed out there that is diluting the value for service providers? Service providers once used to get themselves apart from each other.
Well, to start, everyone now offers these services that were more unique to a small number of them in the past. For example, 5G. But also, we obviously see the unified communications dilution of Cisco and Microsoft Teams, which has really contributed over to the overall margin erosion. These OTT services and applications are offered by most service providers globally today. They're no longer a differentiated play or a competitive play.
So, from your perspective, what is then the answer?
Sure. So once you understand what isn't working, the OTT services we just spoke about, as well as the low margin or high cost and low customer ownership, all spinning around in the sea of sameness, then you lay on top of that the distant partnering from these players, the answer really becomes very clear. What you need is native services and native applications at a higher margin and a lower cost. And they must be underpinned with 100% customer ownership. Now, this will deliver the differentiation for service providers and customers for what they're looking for. But without deep partnering, the solution is still difficult to realize.
So this makes total sense, and obviously most would agree if they could harness what you have just described and monetize it, I guess everyone would win.
Yes, everyone would. That's correct. So recently, Frost and Sullivan published a broader report, and within it, they cited that call recording remains among the top three feature requirements during a provider selection. But we're not talking about traditional call recording. There are incredibly rich insights found within conversational data, which exists in every conversation that crosses the network, which service providers are able to harvest for their customers. By making conversational intelligence native on their network, service providers set the building blocks in place to deliver unique and valuable intelligence back to their customers in ways others are not or cannot. This ticks all the boxes we talked about a moment ago when describing what it would take to uniquely set the services service providers are delivering today, apart from their more traditional competition.
So these new needs do require new approaches, or do they require new approaches?
They absolutely do. You're right there. The solution we're talking about must be in the network, and not being in the network is a challenge. The conversational intelligence platform must be integrated, it's got to be burdenless, provide clear differentiation and unification with AI, accelerated innovation. Dubber has been myopically focused on delivering a platform that does exactly that. Once this is instrumented in the network, you begin to fuel the data powering the connected world. Let me explain what I mean by this. Today's enterprises and governments have four predominant asks: digitize and automate in order to improve operations and productivity, accelerate the migration to the cloud, and ensure compliant business grade unified reporting, and of course, automate all insights and workflows as best they can. Service providers need two main things: differentiation in the 5G and UC era, and of course, deliver revenue retention and differentiation. Now, services in the network matter more than ever today to reclaim the value and improve the EBITDA.
So, Michael, I really want to thank you for spending time with us today to discuss this really important topic. I know the service and solution providers listening in who have not yet explored Dabra previously have been taking good notes. I hope everyone has. It looks like Deborah's got some great ideas to grow the business next year and to solve a lot of different situations and problems for people. Where can we learn more about Deborah?
You can go to Dubber.net, our main website, and download plenty of resources that would give you some great information and take a look at some customer case studies that are available there. I want to thank you, Doug, for having me. And I really look forward to having all these great conversations with potential new partners and customers, and of course, our existing ones. Thank you.
Yeah, Michael, I'm really looking forward to further conversations about this. I think this is really a great idea. Like I said at the very beginning of what we've been discussing here, getting more out of what we have and figuring out how to do that. Great idea in the coming year. It looks like a great opportunity.
Definitely is. Thank you.